Welcome everybody to the EagleBite 83 channel where the past never dies. I'm of course your host EagleBite, and this is the first roleplay review episode of my second roleplay series, which is Blood Ties. Blood Ties is a show that takes place on the server Survivalists, and it consists of me playing a character called Robin Burley, who is looking for his missing family members. This is not going to be a regular thing, though. I'm going to do it whenever I feel like it, as opposed to the Adventures of New Hope series, which I had sort of regularly, like, I brought it onto the channel regularly. This is going to be a little bit when I feel like it. I'm going to bring up a new episode and whatnot. But yeah, so this is going to be the first episode. And let me just see. Let me just make sure that I can do it, and then I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. So, and I'm of course going to do commentary while we're watching this. So, yes, without further ado, please, here it is. Blood Ties, episode 1. I just need to remember. Yeah, okay. Here we go.
I was down, but not out.
All right.
Shit I'd seen had brought me low. Robin Burley is not your average pushover. Fuck no. I'd landed on the South Shore, discovered fairly early on after leaving the old man's place that the bridge had collapsed. So I'd have to find myself a new route.
Story is that Robin Burley lived here.
But the goddamn boat broke down and sank nearly half a mile out. I lost everything I had and was forced to swim to the beach.
He used to live on Deer Isle.
Were waiting for me just as I came ashore. I had to remind myself, as long as I drew breath, I was alive. I had to make it back to the homestead. I knew, if only I could see the house again, I'd finally know. I'd know who'd made it. Oh, I'd know who hadn't. It was the not knowing that was killing me. Or it could have been the bite that the old fucker had given me. Not exactly sure which.
I was thinking about, like, making that a thing, like, if I wanted to kill him off, the bite would eventually take its toll on him. But I have another ending in mind now. I'm still editing the series, by the way.
Starter Island was some distance away, and I didn't have any food or warm clothes. I decided to head for the nearby big city of Stonington. Hell, it was where my life had begun. Might as well be where I begin this shit show of a hike. I needed supplies.
Yeah, this is not flattering at all. Pink raincoat and spandex leggings. Nice.
All through the beginnings of my journey, I would spot another survivor in the distance. The chaos on the mainland had taught me to force down the urge to run up to them and attempt to reach out to another human being. The loneliness was torture, but the wrong encounter could mean death.
I was really cautious in the beginning.
That means that stuff are gonna be taken from that location. I still want to see where he's going, though. I where he goes when he's done there.
Talking to myself. I'm still wondering if he, like, saw me. It seems like he's watching me and then running away. I'm not sure if he saw me. I wonder who it was, by the way. I wonder if I ever met him, like, later on in the series.
I suppose I will go this way then. See if there's anything here.
Oh, this.
Oh.
Fucking zombies take forever to down on survivalists. They're super hard.
Because the game actually thought I wanted to cut the bush.
Yeah.
So that didn't really go the way I wanted it to.
I wanted to attack the zombie, but the game thought I was gonna attack, like, cut the bush.
Better gear. Ooh. Okay, I'll take that one instead, actually. It's a good idea. Oh, I should also test my blood.
Testu maju blood kit duru. Testuru maju blooduru. This is actually a pretty cool mod. It shows, like, everything that you can have.
Cholera, something else. Okay.
I think they've removed it
Good.
now,
Food poisoning. Wound
unfortunately.
infection. Okay, good.
I don't know why they removed that. Because I've never seen that ever. Since that particular instance, I've never seen it.
Pants. Medium insulation. Same type of insulation. But the latex one holds 15 and the jumpsuit pants 20.
Skedaddle latex.
Broken down. Oh shit. Oh shit. Back off nice and easy. I knew that the creepers operated more on sound than they did on what they saw. If I just managed to keep quiet, I'd be fine. Sound like rabid dogs.
That's true, actually. In DayZ, you can be very close to zombies and they won't aggro if you're crouching and sneaking. They hear you more than they see you. If you're running like Zai always does, then they're gonna, like, chase you from a mile away, you know?
Yes. That is probably a good idea.
Som kenuduru spaghetti uru.
The sun was coming down on my first day, so I knew I had to make camp somewhere. It would be pitch black soon, and the infected never rested, and they could hear you even better than they could see.
Yeah, I think I covered that already.
Very nice. Very nice.
interaction-wise, there isn't really that much happening in this very first episode. It more or less details the journey back to the homestead from the shore, and also
That did not.
like it's detailing my own or Robin's thoughts as he's thinking, you know,
Figures
about
I'll
his
find
past and whatnot.
a type of ammo that goes to none of my 3 types of sidearms.
I'm so disheartened. And then I see something in this barn, which is a little bit unsettling.
Oh. Okay, ew.
Okay, ew.
That makes me a little bit uncomfortable here. Let's just check, make a quick check up there and then leave. Sorry, buddy. May you rest in peace.
May you rest in peace, Uru.
Ooh, that's actually even better. What? Look at that. Don't know if...
Like the satisfaction you feel when you find ammo to one of the firearms you've gotten a hold of.
7, I wonder?
Yes, it does. Try loading it.
Now. Is it possible to... Yes, it is.
Okay, that's the wrong animation, but yeah.
As I snuck over towards the house across the street, I noticed the entrance was boarded up. Could this place be housing other survivors? I decided to chance it. Come hell or high water, I needed to talk to someone. Hello? As I called out, I got no response. Well, no response from anybody that mattered.
Maybe the owner of that establishment?
I guess nobody was home.
Who knows?
Or nobody was left alive. This, along with everything else I'd seen, made me wonder, what had we done to ourselves? How had it all come to this? Was this some kind of act of God? Or had we finally crossed that fucking line that doomsayers were always pestering people about? Whatever the fuck had happened, I would get no answers this night. I decided to catch some Z's before this darkness got the best of me.
I tried so hard making Robin edgy in the beginning, but that sort of trailed off pretty quickly. I tried using swear words a lot in when he was like having a monologue in his head, but that didn't hold up for long, you know.
Eventually, I began to see the buildings of the city in the distance. I was nearing my first goal. Hopefully, there would be people there. Bandits or friendly folk. Right now, I needed anyone to trade information with. Anything would be better than the damn quiet. so I arrived in the suburbs of Stonington. The whole place radiated desolation, but there had to be someone left alive. In this huge-ass city, I was undeterred.
And so I took the cowboy hat, which would become a staple of Robin Burley for his entire time on Survivalists.
Somebody has not been taking care of their mold problem.
Yeah.
I started closing in on the city center, all the while finding more and more weapons lying around. It was as if there had been a massive scrambling for arms just recently. Still no sign of any people, though.
Didn't remember that an apple spawned on the shelves inside a building. Jesus.
A shotgun. I did have the Mosin, but shotgun ammo should be easier to find. Two shots to the temple? Fuckers were tough.
Yeah, on Survivalists, zombies are incredibly difficult. Like, they don't run during the daytime, but at nighttime they do run, and they are really hard to take down.
As I approached the main square, it blew my mind how empty the city was. Not too long ago, this place had been filled with people. Now, nothing but the wind, and the occasional freak show making its way to God only knows where. I didn't get it. Where were all the people? Had the boats already been here and evacuated everyone? What about my family? Was I too late? As I made my way across Stonington Main Square, I decided to raid the local hospital for anything that I could use. Meds were a rare commodity these days, and I knew that they would be very hard to come by on the road. Wait, what was that? A military vehicle? Maybe it contained some clue as to what had happened. No, nothing at all. Just like the rest of this godforsaken place. I came to the conclusion that there was nothing left here of interest, and that after the hospital, I should just cut my losses and head home.
But I'm finding a lot of medicine in the hospital. Oh, this was a giant stroke of luck.
And so the next part of my journey was about to begin. This was the long leg. Up through Cushville, then due east out on Paul's View, past my old job, across Ben's Crossing Bridge, and finally I would be home on Starter Island. First, I would make it out of the city through the suburb of Asheville. I remembered that one of my friends had lived there during his childhood. Yeah, a fat lot of good those types of memories did me now. I kept seeing military vehicles in the streets, on the corners. None held the answers I was seeking. Honestly, though, as much as I wanted answers about the apocalypse, I wanted to know about my family with 10 times the urgency. But even the soldiers had vanished. What was going on here? Another survivor. But as desperate as I was for information, this time I chose not to call out. First of all, there were infected between us, and a shout would have them swarm all over me, gobble me up, and shit on my bones as a thank you afterwards. Secondly, the city had darkened my mood. Something was not right with any of this. And I don't just mean the fucking creepers. It felt like there was something bigger going on behind the scenes. And for the time being, I decided to stay off the radar. I was not ready to trust. I kept telling myself it would all make sense when I got back home. I mean, it had to. Right? Cute. I'd recently found myself a cowboy hat, and now, look at that. A pipe to boot. This reminded me a lot of old Uncle Jimmy Jack. He taught me how to smoke the pipe back in the day, and now, here it was, just waiting for me. With all the hell being unleashed all around us, I grabbed it without a second thought. Figured the world owed me one. And as far away as I might be, it did bring me a little closer to home. This was Asheville. Asheville? What the hell had happened here? Everywhere I looked, buildings had been destroyed. It actually looked like they'd been bombed out. Destroyed by either tank shells or carpet bombing. It was a sad sight. Out on the road, food had been scarce, and even though I'd eaten fairly recently, I went through it all in my head. I had a couple of cans of preserved foodstuffs on me, but once they were open, I had to eat it all. I was genuinely beginning to worry about my food situation. And then I heard it. This is just like small things. I mean, eventually the series would progress to like dramatic interactions with other players, but this is just detailing
the initial journey back home to where Robin grew up, pretty much, and how he survived, how he came across food.
Sure. I could have used the silence Makarov, but I did not want to take any chances. This fucker was going through my intestines tonight.
This fucker's going through my intestines tonight, you know? Jeez,
Shit.
already backed up. Or packed up.
Alright, I'm dumping all I don't need.
Good idea.
This food. This is vital.
Oh, gunshot. Far away. Still.
I had resolved the immediate situation pertaining to my food supply, but shots in the distance quickened my steps. I realized that while the Kunan used more powerful caliber, suppressed weapons did have their uses. I silently cursed myself and my stomach for talking me into giving away my own position. Finally, pork was served. I broke into an abandoned house and prepared dinner.
Sounds so happy about it. Finally.
Then, I don't know if it was my own perceived mistake that proved true, but suddenly, the gunshots were right around the corner. I have not found... Okay, that does not sound like something I want to be a part of. I am not staying to find out. What that is all about. I got my food. It's gonna have to be it. I was closer now, and so I decided to take a shortcut, bypassing Cushville and making a beeline for the coastal islands right through the old trailer park. Uncle Jimmy Jack had lived there before he died. I could still remember his face as if I'd seen him yesterday. And with the pipe stem lodged firmly between my teeth, that feeling came back all the more powerful.
Notice that I said I'm gonna bypass Cushville. I think that was a good choice, because later on, like in episode 4 and 5, you're gonna see why. If I had gone to
Trailer
Cushville,
park.
there would have been a development, I think. Oh yeah, I got the cargo pants on, the ones that I had for so long. I think I have had them all the way up to
What do I need that for?
all the way up to Robin's breakdown.
Fridge magnets.
There was actually a war going on over fridge magnets. They were important on that server a while. But the most important currency is nails. Monster Energy and yeah, I know. There's also Pepsi and Coca-Cola and whatnot. There's a lot of like energy drinks.
Use that the way we did. After being harrowed by gunshots and finding no answers to my plight, I was just about to quit the day when something interesting up and damn near fell out of the sky into my lap.
Honestly, yeah.
Interesting. After having raided a military checkpoint on the way out to Paul's View and finding absolutely nothing, I decided to take my new prize for a spin. What the hell? I needed to see if the old magic was still in me. Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, this is a guitar. This is a mod that cannot be played. So this is actually music that I've superimposed, used by the soundboard. So if any player was there, they could actually hear me play it if I had the microphone on as well. But it's not a mod that you can actually play, like unlike the one that I showed earlier in the stream on Existence.
Yeah, still got it.
There we go. This is strictly for the story, you know. Robin is supposed to be able to play a guitar, you know. There's his job. He used to work at the chemical plant over there. Right now he's thinking if he should go there. Yeah, why not? Maybe I should pay my job a visit. I don't know how long this is since he was there.
Check what the situation is at my job. I'll admit,
Workplace.
going back to the chemical plant wasn't the first thing on my to-do list of priorities. But it was on the way. Maybe there was someone there. Not that I expected people to be working anymore, but the plant might have something that I could use.
It's just a Monday. Another Monday. No, not really, but yeah. Strangely quiet, but there's somebody sneaking around over there. And it happens to be someone whom Robin
Fuck.
actually knows.
Oh no. No. It was Don Peters, one of the processing operators. I'd known him well. He'd always been a stand-up guy and had relieved my boredom a lot with his jokes. I guess the joke was on him now. Poor sap. Michael Toluca, another guy I'd known. Didn't work on the floor. He'd been the warehouse manager and facility safety supervisor. Also an okay guy. Hadn't known him too well, but well enough to have it hurt to see him like this.
Robin should have actually killed them, like at mercy killing them. Like, I kind of regret that he didn't do it. Could have been like a big thing in the story.
Alright,
For him.
fuck this. The plant was a bust. Too many familiar faces staring at me with hungry eyes through a blood haze. It was regrettable, but there was nothing I could do for them.
Well, actually,
All
you
I
could
cared
have
about
killed them.
now was to get to my family.
So long work. And this is like nothing compared to what would come in the episodes that would follow. This is just like the surface, scratching
Running
the
past the gas
surface.
station on the hill and the old Miller place, I could at long last see Starter Island. It was right there to my left, just across the narrow span of Ben's Crossing. The bridge was up ahead.
All right, this. Okay.
Oh,
Cognac.
all right. Well, we deserve a little swig of this. Nice.
Honestly, I could have done this a little bit better, but this was the first
Good
time.
idea or not, I chugged that whole bottle faster than you can say alcoholic poisoning, and I did not look back. I figured it was time for some upsides to the equation.
Oh, yeah.
So he's getting a little tipsy now. But I'm doing it so much better
Fuck it.
further on in the series. Especially when Medi and I get drunk together and we end up fighting each other. It's
My head.
really good. This is like,
Real.
but I can excuse it because it was the first time. I didn't even put on any effects or anything. Which I did later on, like in later episodes when I got drunk. Or when Robin gets drunk. Just wandering around a little bit because he's like,
Whoa,
you know.
I was not feeling well. I don't know what was in that bottle, but man, that bottle went straight to my head.
Did it though? You can still see clearly. You're not blurry or anything. Oh yeah, the base at Ben's
The
Crossing.
old pub at the crossing had been boarded up and added to. Even inebriated, I knew that meant survivors. I decided to give it another go. Hell, it could be someone I knew.
Hello? Anybody home?
Yeah, because this is Robin's home turf now. He grew up on this island.
Oh, nobody home? The fuck?
Again with the no answerings. What the fuck? Is it me? Do I smell foul somehow and they can smell it like 1,000 miles away? I made a mental note to find deodorant. Next time they would not see me coming. Or rather, they would not smell me coming.
Oh. Oh, for fuck's sake, now I get Mosin ammo.
Wah, wah.
Alright. If I remember correctly, whoa. There's a shortcut over the mountain.
Straight to your old house. Kinda, sorta. So remember, Robin doesn't know anything. He doesn't know if his
Regardless of my
family's
condition,
still
I was
home.
finally on my home turf. I knew this island like the back of my head, and the homestead was just a short distance away. I began lugging it over the mountain, a shortcut I tended to use over the years when I'd been more outdoorsy. Soon I'd be home.
He has no idea what's awaiting him at home, if his family is there or anything. You know? He's just gotten back from the mainland, where he was with a woman. And they got separated and when the chaos hit, you know. So now he's trying to find his family, see if they're alive. And what does he do? Well, of course he just goes straight to their homestead. The family home.
This was it. Just around the corner was the homestead. I could smell the blueberry pie already. Mama, your boys come home.
Ma, Pa? You in here? Ma? Pa? Kathleen? Rory? Fuck. Fuck. Where are they?
I couldn't believe it. There was no one here. No one. No Ma with the blueberry pie. No Pa with conspiracy theories. No Kathleen with her feeble attempts to translate those theories into something coherent. No Rory to be completely clueless. Was it all for nothing? Where were they?
Fuck me.
Could you imagine how shocked you would be in the post-apocalypse and you come home and
I
there's
came
like
to the decision that I would
nobody
stay at the
there.
homestead, just in case somebody came along. But in my heart, though I refused to admit it, I suspected it was too late for happy endings. Ma, Pa, the guys. I didn't know. I couldn't know. This was really hell. And maybe that is what this was. Hell on earth.
Well.
So I start decorating. This is actually the house that me and Medi
Well,
chose.
if I was to stay, then I needed to fortify this whole place. For that, I needed to scour the surrounding farms and even the nearby town of Oceanville in an attempt to find tools and resources to do just that. I was home, and I was not about to let anyone take it from me. This little piece of land, at least, was still Burley family soil.
And that was the first episode, the very first episode of Blood Ties. Yeah, that was the first episode, so there was like no interaction whatsoever in the very first episode, but I feel like that's okay because it's just the first episode and it sort of it focuses more on Robin's personal journey to get to the homestead. I'm thinking if I should do the second episode tomorrow. I'm gonna play a game tomorrow, of course, but like we did today, after I'm done with the game, like do the second episode afterwards, and the second episode will actually detail the reunion between Robin and Rory, the two brothers of the Burley family, and it gets progressively more interesting as we move the story along. It's actually a little bit touching in the second episode when he finally finds like one of his brothers. So yeah, if you want to see the following episode to the Blood Ties series here, like the second episode, then feel free to watch tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to go on tomorrow or even what game I'm going to be playing tomorrow. I might be playing I might be playing Sims 4 tomorrow and create like the family. I was talking to Elder before about the whole idea I had. Maybe possibly make it into an IRPS so that I would create like a household with me as the head of the family, and then I'd have like followers and subscribers, different characters in that family. Like I'd have an Elder, I would have a Sotayomala, I would have a Zookster, a Fartknocker, a Tuktom, you know, as the kids or the, you know. So we'll see. I might do that tomorrow. Then again, I might not. We'll see. But I will probably do the second episode tomorrow of Blood Ties. I'm gonna go to bed. Say tomorrow. You want me to say tomorrow? Okay. Tomorrow. There you go. I'm sorry. See you tomorrow, you mean? If I'm interpreting you correctly. Yeah, I hope so. Take care, Tom, and we'll talk about Phasmophobia as well. It would be very cool to bring that on the stream. Absolutely, absolutely. Everybody who has seen this, thank you for joining me tonight. It's been awesome. Tomorrow I will be hopefully going on a little bit earlier, and or a lot earlier actually. Sorry for tonight. But yeah, so hope you're doing well. Have a great Friday, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And keep in mind, stay safe, and always remember to keep the retro legacy alive. ZWhite83 wishing you the best, and oh yeah, sorry. Here's my Discord. There's the link to my Discord. If you want to, feel free to join my Discord, which pertains to this stream channel. That is where you'll always get the latest news and updates regarding this channel. And please be advised that if you join, it is highly recommended for you to link your Twitch account with your Discord account in order to get the proper roles. Now I'm done. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, good night, and goodbye.